Welcome to day 11 of the Gratitude Explosion. You are doing beautifully to have gotten this far and to keep stepping into gratitude more and more. Whether you've done it day after day or if you had a little break, don't worry, you can do gratitude however it feels best for you. Just enjoy it. So today I want to teach you another way to embrace this moment. To really step into the things that you want and let it be okay to have the really good life that sometimes it feels like isn't possible for us. There might be some internal objection that's sneaking up. Now, let's first notice that sometimes we hide from being present because it doesn't really feel safe to show up. Many of us have learned to search for the danger we experienced in our pasts in our present lives. Now, if you're somebody who's had something of an unstable or crazy or unpredictable childhood, or you've had bad relationships in the past, and you've had bad things happen to you, which is pretty much everybody, right? Everybody's had some kind of experience like that. It's likely that you're bringing some of that into your present with you, trying to make sure it doesn't happen again. It kind of makes sense, right? We want to make sure those bad things that didn't happen to us don't happen again. So sometimes our brain overgeneralizes, and it starts to look for all of the things that are sort of similar that could happen again. So if we've had one bad relationship, maybe somebody cheated on you or somebody violated your trust or left when you didn't want them to, then you might start looking for that in all of the people that you're dating now. And remember, we were saying before that we tend to attract what we feel. So when we feel distrust, we tend to attract people who are distrustful. So we want to reset the brain so that we can actually look to the future and find safety and attract people who are safe and situations that are safe for us. Because most of those things that are unsafe, they're not real. And I will say very clearly, if you're in a situation where things are unsafe, get out, go find safety, call a friend, call whoever you need to, reach out for help. But for most of us, those things that we're coding as unsafe in our brain are actually kind of ghosts in the machinery. They're things that have happened in the past that our brain is just making sure doesn't happen again. So we want to move into living into the present. So today I'm going to teach you a quick exercise that's going to help you have more of what you want in your life and let it feel really good and safe. I call this the safety reset, and I've adjusted this a bit, but I want to credit the phenomenal Carl Buchheit of NLP Marin. If you haven't seen his work, he's extraordinary for teaching me the tool that this came from. This little technique is going to teach your brain that it's okay to have things, pop up as unsafe. We'll just get back to the safety really quick. And I usually teach this to my individual clients early on, and I have them do it over and over, normally about 2 minutes at a time, once or twice a day. And you'll find that as you do this exercise, you start to have all kinds of interesting things show up that you might have been nervous about before. It starts to be okay. Your system starts to find them for you and bring them into your awareness. So let's do this little exercise. I think you're going to really like it. We're going to begin by arriving in this moment. As Louise Hay says, our point of power is now, the present moment. So we're stepping into that point of power, that present moment where we can actually change some things, where we can interact with our neurology as it is right now. By taking a couple deep breaths, you can let yourself become calm, centered, just noticing all the resourcefulness that you have in your life, all of that capacity that got you to this place right now. And then I'm going to invite you to imagine a very safe place, a place where you feel comfortable and at ease. And it's okay if this place is imagined. It doesn't have to be real. I've occasionally had somebody say, oh, I can't think of a place. There's nowhere in my life that I feel safe. They might say, oh, but there was a place, a tree house or a safe meadow I went to when I was little. It doesn't have to be a place now. It could be a place you read about in a book. Wherever that is, just imagine that place and let yourself step into that place of safety and feel that safety in your whole body as you become at ease, at peace, breathing deeply. And you'll probably notice that you're breathing more from your belly, more. Nice. Just fill your body up with this feeling of safety. And in a moment, we're going to step out of this place of safety and step in to a picture of what you've really been wanting in your life that maybe hasn't shown up. So for some people, that's going to be a certain amount of money. It's going to be a job you might want, a relationship you might want. Whatever it is, go ahead and create that picture now in your mind. There you are having the experience you most want. And when you're ready, step into that experience. And what you're going to do is you're going to notice as soon as any objections come up. Now, I do this exercise a lot in events and workshops, and it's really okay for objections to come up quickly. Often, I have people raise their hands as soon as an objection comes up, and within about 30 seconds to a minute, I have about 90% of the room raising their hands going, oh, yeah, I've got one. These are going to be thoughts. Maybe you hear a voice that says, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? Could be a feeling like, oh, I feel really sad. I feel angry. I feel anxious. Or it could be an experience in your body, physical sensation. You might feel tightness. You might have sweaty palms. Just notice as soon as an objection comes up, and our intention here is not to endure. It's not to stay in that objectionable place, but rather as soon as an objection shows up, to step immediately back into that safe place. Letting yourself step back into safety. And you can stay in this place as long as it takes for you to breathe easily and comfortably. So just hang out here. And for some of you, this will be a 5-second reset. Other people, it might take 30 seconds. Once you've got back to that safe place, you feel at ease, your body's reset, then you're going to step back into that future picture again, that place that you'd most like. And you may find the same objection comes up. You may find a different one. You may find no objection comes up. But as soon as you notice an objection, I'm going to invite you to again step right back into that safe space. Just letting yourself go right back to that safe space. You're teaching your brain a really phenomenal thing. You're teaching your brain that whatever its objections, you can immediately go back to safety. Now, for most of us, our objections become really these huge things that block us from having what we want, because our brains go, eek, objection must stop. But what you're teaching your brain is that you can actually go back to safety, that you can take in the information, but that you don't have to let it stop you in your tracks. So you're going to continue this cycle of going, stepping into that safe place, letting yourself fully reset, feel really good, and then just stepping back in if there's another objection that pops up, and stepping back to safety. You do this over and over again, and you'll notice that we're building a little loop in your brain, a little loop, so that every time an objection comes back, you'll learn, and as you go along, it will become automatic to step right back into that safe place. So you stay in those anxious places much less time, you go into safety much quicker, and you just feel better having the things that you want. Now, I'm going to invite you to remember as you start this exercise that this is like building a new muscle. The more you do it, the easier it will become, and the faster it will be to step back into this place until it becomes simply automatic. So try this little exercise out today and let us know how it goes in the Facebook group. I think when you let your future become safer, you're going to find it becomes easier and easier for more of what you want to show up in a way that you can really feel good and grateful for. So enjoy that exercise and have a beautiful day.